Hey, this is Rogue Shadow Angel, and I'm just playing Star Stable right now, doing some of the Christmas stuff and some of the less more quest intensive where I have to read and stop. The less more, or not the less, the more relaxed quests that I've done a million times and I don't have to think about doing. While I talk about this interesting subject that I've come across tonight, or morning rather, for me. Um, One thing I have noticed is, particularly, I'm not. This is just my observation and stuff like that. Is I I'm an older gamer. I normally play games when I'm bored, or just in general. But one thing I have noticed recently, especially playing an MMO meant for girls, not grown people, or this is meant for technically it's meant for girls. Um, and whatnot. So that should show you the demographic this is for already. But yeah, they don't. The terminology that most of us use, and I knew when I was a kid, and got familiar with real quickly because I was doing them, uh, was game terminology. I'm not gonna say I know every single bit of game terminology because, frankly, honestly, I don't. I don't know a lot of game terminology. I don't keep up with games and whatnot. If something I happen to see while browsing somewhere or someone recommends a game to me, I'll check it out. You know, I don't normally keep up with games. I have my boyfriend for that because he's always looking up games. But one thing I have noticed recently is there's a lot more younger people playing games now, right? Like 10, 12, we all know the stories of COD and how the parents blindly just buy it or GTA, just plainly buy it every single year. And there's the stories of the kids getting pranked years and years ago, and them screaming obscenities, funny obscenities, I'm sure, because their parents are in the next room, and they're in their bedroom or whatever, while they're murdering online players, essentially, and stuff like that or you know what I mean. There's that. These kids are not, obviously, not all of them, but many of them are not watched as they used to be, I've noticed. Um, it's just, I don't know if it's a generational gap, because when I was growing up, my parents bought two computers because me and my sister could not share. We did not share very well. We still don't share very well. Sometimes. Because we just don't get along most of the time because we're still. It's an interesting story, but that's another time. But one thing I have noticed is that I keep saying that. God damn it.